Time to check out another city in Canada. Today it's the West Coast city of Vancouver.
Heard some great things about Vancouver. Looks like a beautiful city. Got some beautiful nature around it.
Man, it does. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Vancouver is British Columbia's biggest city. It's the gateway to the glaciers of Alaska, the wilderness of Western Canada, and the slopes of Whistler. And it's also one of the world's most desirable places to live.
Man.
Whoa, that's it.
Wherever you roam in Vancouver, the salty sea breeze carries the fresh scents of the forest and the promise of adventure.
And based on the map zoom in that we just saw, this is like right outside the city, these mountains. Like it's right in there.
I mean, some of the coolest nature in Canada seems like it's right there.
Are filled with the aromas of incredible cuisines, roasting coffee beans, brewers' hops, and all the urban delights you'd expect from a city which is regularly voted the world's most livable.
World's most livable city? All right, let's move there. Just kidding, we can't afford it.
The secret to Vancouver's success is that it has always been developed with livability in mind.
That's good.
Ever since European settlement only 150 years ago, the people of Vancouver have protected the rivers, coastline, and forest, maintaining the perfect balance between nature and the built environment. And there's no finer example than the city's pride and joy, Stanley Park, which dates all the way back to 1886.
That's beautiful.
That's
Because
crazy. That's
Stanley
just part
Park
of the city.
Spans more than 1,000 acres. You can return over and over again and always discover something new. To get to the park, simply cycle or walk along the century-old
It's crazy that this is like a major city. This looks like vibes of like a tourist city in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah, one that has like a few thousand population and the hotels are $500 a night or something.
There's like 10 times more tourists in the city than there are actually people living there.
Yeah.
And this place is beautiful.
in the nearby downtown area. The wall not only keeps the sea at bay, but ensures Vancouver's waterfront is accessible to everyone.
The only downside is how close it is to the U.S.
So people now that we have the Trump administration, people from Vancouver that used to go to Seattle, they're just like,
I mean,
not worth it.
They probably wouldn't want to risk it.
Water has always played a major role in this port and river city. Watch ships come and go from Brockton Point, where a lighthouse marks the easternmost tip of Stanley Park, or from the viewing platform at Prospect Point on the park's northern tip. The coastal First Nations people are seafarers too, having paddled to these misty shores over 17,000 years ago.
Oh,
In the Museum of Anthropology at the University of British Columbia, totems and sculptures depict the rich mythologies of the Haida people and the other indigenous tribes of the Northwest Coast.
Everything just
modern
looks
city-
like it's very well set up.
yeah.
The parks, the cities, the museums. Really nice place.
It takes its name from the British navigator George Vancouver, who landed here in 1792. The original settlement, however, was called Gastown. In 1867,
Gastown.
I like
Gassy
Vancouver
Jack,
better
a
than
sailor
Gastown.
Yeah.
and
Sounds like something out of Mad Max. Gastown.
convinced local timber cutters to build him a saloon in exchange for all the whiskey they could drink in one sitting. No one knows who got the best end of the deal, but a tavern was quickly erected and a town was born. Gassy Jack and his makeshift pub
Gassy
may be long
Jack.
gone, but in the historic neighborhood of Gastown, his spirit lingers on. In the good company, the hearty food, and in the vapors that rise from the city's iconic steam clock. Vancouver's early history continues at nearby Waterfront Station, the western terminus of the Canadian Pacific Railway. The railway's construction brought Chinese workers by the thousands, whose descendants have enriched Vancouver ever since.
Big Chinatown.
Experience this interweaving of cultures at the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Park and Classical Chinese Garden, the first garden of its
look at that.
kind created outside of China. And in Vancouver's Chinatown, where the fusing of Oriental flavors with fresh local seafood has helped earn the city the title, the culinary capital of Canada.
Oh, interesting.
Not Toronto.
Back in downtown, admire yet another of the city's iconic landmarks, the Fairmont Hotel Vancouver. Opening in 1939, this castle in the city became a reflection of the city's growing prestige and confidence.
That is a large hotel.
Just a short stroll away is Canada Place.
What is that structure right there? A
Water droplet.
long water droplet.
Just a short stroll away is Canada Place, where cruise ship travelers from all over the globe arrive to explore the city or embark on
Where do the
epic
cruise
voyages
ships? Do these cruise ships go up like the California coast, or do they go from there up to Alaska?
Yeah, maybe up to Alaska. That would be my guess. But yeah, California coast is cool too.
They definitely have California coast cruises. I know. That would be
I've
far to go all the way up to Alaska.
I've heard of Alaskan cruises.
They have,
but
yeah.
I would assume that they start in Alaska.
Yeah, I think most of them start in Anchorage, but maybe there's longer ones that go Canada all the way up to Alaska too.
Alaska,
Oh,
or embark on epic
embark an epic voyage to
look
Alaska.
where they
voyages
start.
to Alaska. If you're visiting Vancouver with younger adventurers, they'll find plenty to discover at Science World. And at the Vancouver Aquarium, little Jacques Cousteaus can meet the cold water creatures of the British Columbia coast, or simply watch in awe as tropical species glide on by.
That looks
What?
cool.
After visiting Vancouver's central highlights, explore the city's south side. Ride the ferry or aquabus across False Creek to Granville Island. Stock up on provisions and delicious treats at the famous
I will
Granville
stock up
Island
on
Public
provisions.
Market. Then sample a few craft ales at Granville Island
Whoa,
Brewing.
3 at a time.
From Granville Island, head south to Queen Elizabeth Park on Little Mountain, the city's highest peak. Once scarred by quarries, the city transformed these former gravel pits into a
That's
stunning
cool.
network of gardens, creating a peaceful oasis high above the city.
Wow, what a way to do that. In the US, they just turn them into they just fill up with water and then kids jump off the cliffs.
There's one in Minnesota that's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the mountains. Ooh, zipline in the park.
That's so
After
cool.
you've breathed in the views, check out the Blodell Conservatory, a lush greenhouse filled with some of Vancouver's most colorful residents. When it's time to answer the call of the wild, cross the Lions Gate Bridge,
That's
named
quite a
after the
bridge.
nearby Twin Peaks which loom over the city. The North Shore
Wow, look at
mountain
this
range
mountain.
is dissected by 3 deep valleys. It's a wilderness
Oh.
where bears roam and salmon-filled rivers flow through old-growth forests.
It's crazy how quickly it turns into
Cross
that.
the 450-foot-long Capilano Suspension Bridge, which has been testing the nerves of visitors for over 125 years.
Big
Then take a
metropolis to
treetops
straight
adventure high above
forest.
the rainforest floor.
Wonder how busy that place gets.
For a bird's eye view of Vancouver,
On like
head to the top of Grouse Mountain.
School's off, like summer, some sort of time.
You're right in the middle of July.
Or to go even higher, climb into the viewing pod of the Eye of the Wind, the mountain's
I'm
landmark
going to a
wind
wind
turbine.
turbine.
Vancouver offers extraordinary outdoor experiences and mind-blowing vistas, all within its city limits. But venture a little further, and you'll arrive at a whole other level of awesomeness.
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
Less than a
That's
2-hour
insane.
drive
Looks
from
like
the city
AI.
is the world-renowned mountain village of Whistler. This adventure playground is simply magic all year round. But when the season's first snows come whirling down, it transforms into a wonderland. Hit the
I bet
slopes
that
of the
place costs a little ching ching.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of money. A ski city right outside of Vancouver.
Ooh.
Whistler Blackcomb Resort, the largest ski resort in North America.
Really?
The beautifully connected runs here cater to all skill levels and attract elite skiers and beginners from all over the globe. And while you could drive back to Vancouver the same day, why not put the world on hold for a few nights? Warm yourself by a fire and enjoy some of Canada's finest hospitality.
That's expensive.
That's why. Big expensive.
When the food portions get this small, you know it's gonna be over $75.
You got the waiter with the rolled up shirt.
Give you a little dash of sauce on there. When we're traveling and like we look up, especially in Asia, if we look up like in a city and we look up best restaurant in Bangkok, and then half of the pictures are this type of food, we just don't even consider it at all. Give us something big.
Oh yeah, big and affordable.
Finest hospitality.
That was good.
What the heck?
Vancouver is, and always has been, a city connected with nature and adventure. It beckons from the breeze, the waters, the mountains, her very street corners. So whether your idea of living is testing yourself in the wilds or adventures of a more urban kind, you'll feel perfectly at home and alive in Vancouver.
Heck yeah. Well, Vancouver just jumped very high on my places to go list.
Yeah, out of like we've done a lot of city videos around the different countries of the world reacting, seeing how they look. Vancouver's got such a huge advantage. These videos made Vancouver look so cool because of that nature right there.
Mountains around the city, the coast. You can, I mean, even that Whistler area looks so cool. Man, and then not to mention if you drive, you just keep driving, you're just heading straight towards Banff in Alberta, which is also insanely cool.
I imagine you can just get lost out there with bear spray, just in case.
Yes, big grizzlies out there.
But you can just get lost out there for weeks.
Oh, easily. We want to go to Canada. We've actually been looking into going to Canada.
Through Vancouver.
To Vancouver, yeah, because we're in Asia right now, so that's the most obvious place to fly. Prices are very high at the moment due to the conflict started by, our own country, so that's always cool. So we don't know if it'll happen this year. We were also wanted to go to Europe. Don't know if that's going to happen this year. It's crazy to fly across the world right now, but we are working on it. Hopefully, we will make it this year. We will see.
Yeah. If you guys have any suggestions on how we can make our trip more affordable, well, let us know.
Can you control the airline prices?
Can you give us a cheap rental car?
Let us know. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.